Imagine waking up one day and you're drowning, not in water, but in debt. That's the reality for millions of people struggling with credit card debt. Now, let's demystify this. What is credit card debt, really? It's the outstanding balance that you owe to your credit card company. It's the clothes you bought last month, the dinner you treated your friends to, the emergency car repair, all lingering like uninvited guests. And every month, the credit card company sends you a bill for these guests, expecting you to pay at least some part of it. But here's the kicker. If you don't pay off the full amount by the due date, they charge you interest. This interest isn't a friendly neighbor. It's more like a pesky mosquito, constantly buzzing, growing larger every time you swat at it and miss. It's calculated as a percentage of what you owe, and it's added to your balance every month that the full amount isn't paid. That's right, every month. This is where the danger of making only the minimum payment comes in. Paying the smallest amount allowed may seem like a life raft in a sea of debt, but it's more like a leaky dinghy. It keeps you afloat, yes, but it doesn't get you any closer to dry land. And while you're floating, the interest keeps accruing, the mosquito keeps buzzing, and your balance keeps growing. You might think, I'll just use my card less. But remember, the debt is on what you've already spent. Cutting up your card won't stop the interest from accruing on your existing balance. So you see, credit card debt can pile up faster than you might think, leaving you in a financial hole that's hard to climb out of. Once you're in the hole, it can feel almost impossible to get out. That's the vicious cycle of credit card debt. Credit card debt functions like a spiral, drawing you deeper with each passing day. At the heart of this cycle is the concept of compound interest. It's the silent, unseen force that can transform a manageable amount into an overwhelming debt. Simply put, compound interest is interest on interest. When you carry a balance on your credit card, you're not just charged interest on your original purchases, but also on any previous interest that has been added to your balance. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, growing larger and faster with each rotation. Carrying a balance isn't just a one-time decision. It's a habit that can lead to a growing mountain of debt. Every time you choose to pay only the minimum payment, you're essentially choosing to pay more in the long run. That's because the remainder of your balance doesn't just sit there. It continues to accrue interest, adding to your total debt. It's a trap that's easy to fall into, especially when money is tight. On top of this, missing even a single payment can have serious consequences. Late payments can lead to penalty fees, increased interest rates, and a negative impact on your credit score. This can make it harder to secure loans or credit in the future. And if you're only making minimum payments, missing one can set you back significantly, making it even harder to climb out of debt. But perhaps the most insidious part of this cycle is the psychological toll it takes. The stress and anxiety of mounting debt can lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. It can feel like you're stuck in a loop, constantly trying to catch up but never quite getting there. The cycle of credit card debt is a dangerous one, but with the right knowledge and tools, it's a cycle that can be broken. But it's not just about the money. Credit card debt can have far-reaching effects on your life beyond your wallet. Let's delve a little deeper into the impact of credit card debt on your mental health, credit score, and future financial opportunities. It's a topic that's often overlooked, yet it's crucial for understanding the importance of managing your credit card debt for overall financial health. Imagine a shadow, a constant presence, hanging over your every decision, every plan, every dream. That's what living with credit card debt can feel like. It's an uninvited guest at dinner, a third wheel on your date nights, a persistent whisper in your ear. The stress of owing money can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. It's a heavy burden to bear, impacting your mental well-being in ways you may not even realize. Now, let's switch gears and talk about credit scores. These three-digit numbers are like a financial report card, and boy, do they matter. Your credit score can affect everything from the interest rates you're offered to your ability to rent an apartment or even get a job. And guess what? High credit card debt can lower your score. That's right, your credit card debt isn't just a problem for today, it can impact your future too. But it doesn't stop there. Credit card debt can also limit your future financial opportunities. It can make it harder to get approved for a mortgage or a car loan. It can even affect your retirement plans. That's because lenders look at your debt when deciding whether to give you a loan and at what interest rate. If you're carrying a large amount of credit card debt, they may see you as a risk and charge you higher interest rates or even deny your application altogether. So you see, credit card debt isn't just a number on a piece of paper. It's a chain that binds you, limiting your freedom and dictating your choices. It's a constant reminder of what you owe, casting a shadow over your future. Credit card debt can weigh heavy on your shoulders, but remember, it's a burden that can be lifted. So you're in debt. It might feel like you're stuck, but there's always a way out. Sounds daunting, doesn't it? But let me tell you a secret. Breaking free from credit card debt is not an impossible task. It's all about having the right strategies and the will to follow through. Let's start with debt consolidation. This process involves taking out a new loan to pay off all your existing credit card debts. By doing this, you're essentially combining all your debts into one, ideally with a lower interest rate. This method can simplify your payments and help you save on interest over time. Next, consider debt settlement. This is a more aggressive approach where you negotiate with your credit card company to accept a lower amount than what you owe. It's a tricky path to tread, and it's often best to seek professional help. Just keep in mind, this strategy may affect your credit score and should be considered as a last resort. Perhaps the most effective strategy is creating a budget to pay off your debt. This involves tracking your income and expenses, then allocating a certain amount each month to pay off your credit card debt. It's a slow and steady race, but it's one that you're bound to win if you stay consistent. Remember, it's essential to stop using your credit cards while you're trying to pay off your debt. This might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook this simple yet crucial step. Consider seeking advice from a credit counselor. These professionals can provide you with personalized advice and resources to help you manage your debt. They can even negotiate with creditors on your behalf, making the whole process a lot less stressful. Lastly, don't forget the power of an emergency fund. Having a safety net can prevent you from falling back into debt in case unexpected expenses arise. Start small and gradually build it up. Every penny counts. With the right plan and determination, you can break free from the chains of credit card debt. It's not an easy journey, but it's definitely worth it. Imagine a life free from the constant stress of debt. You can make it happen. You just have to start. Imagine a future where you're not weighed down by credit card debt. It's possible, and it's closer than you might think. This vision of financial freedom and peace of mind might seem like a distant dream, but it's a dream that can become a reality. Let's paint a picture of this future for you. First, there's the notable improvement in your credit score. When you've cleared your credit card debt, your credit utilization ratio drops. This ratio is a significant factor in determining your credit score. A lower ratio means a higher credit score, opening doors to better loan terms and interest rates. Next, consider the reduction in financial stress. Living under the constant weight of debt is like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. It's exhausting and can take a toll on your mental health. But imagine removing that backpack. Suddenly, you can stand taller, breathe easier. That's the kind of relief being free from credit card debt brings. But the benefits don't stop there. There's also the increased financial freedom. Without monthly credit card payments hanging over your head, you have more money to put towards other financial goals. Maybe you want to save for a down payment on a house, or perhaps you want to start investing. Whatever your goals, being debt-free brings them within closer reach. However, it's crucial to remember that responsible credit card use is the key to maintaining this debt-free future. That means paying off your balance in full each month, avoiding unnecessary purchases, and keeping an eye on your credit utilization ratio. It's like maintaining a healthy diet. Just because you've reached your weight loss goal doesn't mean you can go back to eating junk food all the time. The same principle applies to your financial health. Good habits need to be maintained to keep the debt at bay. A future without credit card debt is not just a dream. It's a reality that you can achieve. So keep your eyes on the prize and work towards this brighter, lighter, and more financially secure future.